As someone that is 70 years young, what life advice would you give people that are younger than you? Or it could be the same age as you as well. Just what life advice out of 70 years on this floating rock, what life advice would you give the youngins?
Okay, I believe that people nowadays should listen, try and understand, and take your time to gather the information that you think you need to know and learn, because nowadays everything is such fast pace that it doesn't even make any sense. It's like people don't want to take the time to listen and understand. It's always a quick reaction once they hear something, and nothing is thought through to the extent whereas it would make sense to them. But it's always after the fact. Once it's said and done, and they think they heard what they heard, but they didn't. So then at that point in time, they really didn't even understand what they heard. So just take your time.
So basically, what you're saying is people listen to respond, they don't listen to understand.
Exactly.
Got you.
Exactly.
Well, you've had your fair share of friendships throughout the years. What advice would you give to people out there about about friendships?
Well, first of all, everyone is not your friend. And that's another topic, whereas you have to be very careful of who you let in to be your friend. Because sometimes people are just out there, say they're your friend, but they're just trying to use you or get what they can from you, and then kick you to the curb once they're done using you. And that's not right. It's like they're out to get what they can get. So that's not your friend. A friend will stick by you thick and thin. And if they do need something, say to borrow or what have you, they will return it. And also, not only that, they will return the favor without questions asked.
How many true friends do you think you've had in your life?
I'd say in my lifetime, honestly, I think I really had about five true friends.
Five?
Five as a whole, yes.
And what do you feel like how, I guess maybe how or when or both, did you know that they were your true friends? How long did it take you to realize that this person really is a good friend and they're not just here for the BS? They're actually truly my friend.
Okay, for one reason, these people that were my friends, became my friends, I know had known these people for years. I didn't just meet them on the street and like hi bye whatever, but I had known them for several years. So I got to know them, and they got to know me. So after I got to know them after a certain period of time, that's where my trust came in.
So when it comes to relationships, what advice would you give someone when it comes to relationships?
Oh my goodness.
Where to begin?
First of all, you have to take your time. I see that there are so many people who are hiding behind masks. There are so many people who are representatives. They're not who they say they are. And you just have to take your time, even if you have to play investigator or have someone investigate them personally before you get involved with them and get hurt.
What's your opinion on getting married?
Ooh, that's a tough one. A lot of people, there are some people who want to get married, and there are some people who want to stay single. Um, I think it's up to the individual. It has to be up to the individual, because you can't force someone to get married. And you can't force someone to stay single. It's up to that individual himself. It's their choice. But be careful. Like I said, it's almost like that dating game. Make sure you know who you're dealing with.
What advice would you give your younger self? Say if you were 21 years old again, 21 years of age again, and you know all that you know right now, what advice would you give her? The young you, what advice would you give her?
Well, I still would have gone to college because in college I learned quite a bit, and not just book knowledge either. Um, the advice I would say, take that knowledge and do something great with it. Since you have the knowledge, use it. And I don't mean working with a company that's gonna have you as a slave or something like that. No, basically do what makes you happy because we're only on this planet one time,
Allegedly.
allegedly. So do what makes you happy if you can.
What parenting advice would you give?
Discipline your kids, please. Discipline your kids because now it seems like kids rule, and I'm against that. Because when I was coming up as a kid, um, my parent, my mom was a single parent. She uh, she had strict rules, which me and my sister had to abide by. So now it seems like kids nowadays they have no structure. They do what they want to do. They talk back to you. They go into stores. Their hands are all over everything. They're disrupting things. They're talking back to their parents. Some of them even hit them. That's no parenting.
What do you think you did right as a parent?
Well, first of all, my daughter was smart to begin with. My daughter gave me no problem whatsoever. So I really didn't have a problem with this.
So, in other words, no comment.
Exactly.
So, what would you say that you're looking forward to in your later years slash retirement since you've made it this far? Which a lot of people can't say. And before you say anything else, I do want to say that, thank God that you are here 70 years of life and you're able to, I guess, give other people advice or game on what's going on and what you've been through because not everybody makes it to 70 years old. So this is a big milestone, and I just wanted to say that before you went forward.
And what was your question again?
What are you looking forward to with getting older, or I'll say maturing, and what are you looking forward to in retirement?
Well, what I'm looking for is peace of mind and happiness, tranquility, and a comfortable life, stress free.
And a man. She wants a man, y'all. Maybe.
Maybe
We'll
is
see.
correct. Maybe is correct.
You,
We will see.
we'll see. You got anything else you want to say to the people?
No, I think that's it.
All right, well, over and out, y'all.